Hello everyone, my name is Spectral, and today we are back with some Hydroneer. Yes, today we are gonna continue building up our little mining operation that we have over here. We currently have 2 miners. I was thinking we need to get 4 more of them. I hope that we can finish that today. I think we will actually, because I have done a little bit of checking. And I might also extend this by 1 so that we can fill in a, a booster in here, but we'll have to see. I think it might not be needed. For now, let us take a look at a few things. First of all, let us make a little bit of cash money. Because we're poor. I don't know how much gold this is, but we can figure that out. It is 427 grams or kilograms, and it is gonna net us 8.5 for money. Now, if we quickly get ourselves a little bit of, gems, we have a lot of gems over here. There's nothing much coming over here, if I'm correct. So what we can do, we can take a gander. Let us make a sapphire gem, right? I think that's gonna be fine. Oops. There's gonna be a moment where I will basically line up compactors everywhere. I might do a turn a little bit and then like work that out. But we have a compactor somewhere. I know it. There it is. There we go. Put all this in. And we have one big man. Now I will put it in here. Let me quickly just put this on the fire so that it becomes warm. And then we'll take a gander at how much this would cost. So this is worth 1,000, right? So together with the 8.5 grand that we would get from that, we would get now like that would be 9.5, of course. A little bit of an estimation, right? So keep that in mind. We'll put in a bit of a exactly that. Is this warm yet? This is warm. Great. And yeah, plankers, so we get ourselves a beautiful ring, which is a lot of gold bar and a lot of sapphire. Now, the beauty of all of this is that while we are just, chilling and having a good time, making ourselves some jewelry, our iron and our cloutium is coming in. Which you look at that. Instead of 9.5, we're getting 10 grand. 10.5 grand, actually. That is exactly what I wanted. Well, not that I had an amount in my head. Let me make that one very clear. But I need money, and I'll tell you why. We need a few things. One of the things that I don't know right now, whether or not my mining operation continues running when I'm gone, because I don't know whether or not the all right, that's a good landing store. I don't know how repaired this is, so I can go away now, come and leave like 2 seconds later, boom, gone. It's not worth it. So that's something to consider. Also, I'm wondering, I want to also, of course, make more miners. So what we're gonna do now, given the fact that we have some money, we'll go take a gander at how much iron this is. We know we need a few of them. I think we need 300, right, for a single miner, and we also need some more. And this is 1.2. So in theory, we could get all 4 miners, and I think that is what we will do, because just makes things a lot easier. But we're also gonna go make some other stuff. So let us go ahead, or we're gonna go look for something to buy, I would say. So let us do that first, because it's on the way. Apart from the 6 that we have, I also am thinking we want to build, like maybe get some extra intake for our stuff. We need is it here? This is a water pressure gauge hook, which is good, but I'm looking for a magnifying glass. These are there. All right. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. So I will get this because I'm just curious, but I will also get a magnifying glass. Now, these magnifying glasses will tell me the durability of items, and that is exactly what I'm currently missing. So we'll put that in. I should have brought something. Maybe I will. But yeah, what I might do is I will buy a when we're down there. We're down at the down. I mean, we have to literally get into a hill. But once we are down into the gosh, what is it called again? Basically, the dwarven large as mine. I think that makes sense. Once we're in there, the dwarven anvil. Let's say that, yes. We will have to. I already am lost. Let's take a look. All right, no clue, but I know that we need to go over here. So ooh, there comes the autosave. So I should have gone the other way, but this still works for me. So, you know, it's we deal with shortcuts in life all the time. So why not this little thing, right? Great. We will put this over here. I'm pretty sure that I have to put it over here. I'm not 100% certain. I want to make sure that I at least grab this one, because otherwise, you know, going down there for nothing. One of the things that I am considering is not spending it all on miners, but spending it on water pressure hooks. It will help us tremendously with the speed at which everything will go, and it will also, you know, not directly end everything in here. You know, after all we set this up, I think it's time that we wait a little bit for like the for some stuff, for like mostly the oh, there's something left stuff. You know, we were gonna set up for, of course, for T2. You know, this is T1. You can see it here at the bottom. T1, 300. I think I'm just gonna craft. So we need 3 more of these, which is 180. We'll see what we have left over later. But for now, let's we want 4 more, and this would be enough for that, if I'm correct. So we'll figure that out. Let's put this in here. We'll add some more in here. We can even maybe we can drop a drop some extra stuff in here. There we go. 1. Be beautiful. Sure. There we go. Let's hope that this works well. We take our little thingamajiggy, and we just create. We do this like 4 times. Or well, this was the first time. This is gonna be the second time. And now we just do it 2 more times, I guess. I will say that I cannot like do like you know, a few in one go, but I guess it works. I'm thinking maybe what we do is instead of now getting a 4th one that we wanted, we now get, because that's 300, we now get 3 more hooks, and we get the 4th one later. You know, it's gonna be fine, I think, for sure. This will tremendously help our stuff, if I'm correct. So this is, yeah, basically increase the intake pipe pressure by 20. So do that times 4. It's basically you know, we basically increased it by 80%. We already did it for 20, so we'll increase it this time by 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 a few, I guess, I suppose. There we go. And the last one. There we go. Kaboy. Now, if I'm correct, we'll have like about 120, 150 left over in there. That's fine. But yeah, that should be all good. I mean, I can try and put this in. I'm not sure how much it is, but we can say like, hey, can I? I'm not sure how much I had left over last time, so it was a tiny amount, I feel, but well, yeah, exactly. That ain't working. So we'll just pour it out. I think we'll keep it in there. Maybe we'll take it with us. No, you know what? I'll keep it with I'll keep it with me. Reason why is you know, I'll just put it back in and it will smelt in one go, and it's just gonna be easier. Doesn't really matter too much. Not gonna cost me any time to take it with me or to keep it here. Quickly checking on the doggo. Of course, no. No. It's moving. So this episode was well viewed, by the way. I was very pleasantly surprised, of course. Glad to share some of the joy of Hydroneer, you know? For sure. I also noticed that I just had my other microphone still on. It's not that it's working. It's more for my own aesthetic that I look at things and think, yes, I Ooh. Are they gonna stay? Yeah, they're gonna stay. It's more that I want to, you know, I feel like it's... I'm not saying it's ugly, but it's something, you know? I don't enjoy it that much. Do I go down here? I'm already lost again, aren't I? A little. Well, I'm sure that we will be fine. You know what I really should do? I should really look at a map, I think. At one point. I think that would help me. Instead, I'm just driving wherever I think I should go there. Oh, we're back in a town. We can do some finagling and some shenanigans, and we should be fine. So I think, yes, we didn't get our 4th or our 6th thing, but I do think that we will greatly increase, with the pressure, we'll greatly increase everything else, including the mining. So, you know, sure, I could have tripled our output, but I could also almost triple it and then like put a 80% modifier on it, so that, you know, I'm not too unhappy about it. So let's park it a little close. Let's see if that works out. Don't want to screw myself here, but it's fine. There we go. Let's fairly quickly take the construction hammer. Let's see if... Yeah, they're still in there. That's great. Okay, these are all still open. That is lovely. But I will say that I want to put this over here. Yeah. Should have just got a torch, I think, instead of a bunch of things, but hey, that's fine. You know, we'll first hang the intake boosters. Yeah, we got one of them. Yeah. Sure, that's one extra. Also, are you still in there? Yeah, that's still good. There we go, and then I need a last one. Yeah, and if you can see it now, this is moving a lot faster. There we go. So this will definitely help us for sure. Also seeing that we are getting some cloud here, which is also really good. I'm not sure what I should have checked. Maybe is Should have checked some other stuff, but I'm sure it's gonna be fine. We will now take out three of those. There we go. We're not recycling anything, or well, we are recycling anything. We're not throwing anything away, because there we go. And the last one. Didn't turn on the last one, by the way. It's fine, but need to make sure that I do. Let's quickly put them into thing over here. All right, this is all now in position, which is exactly what I wanted. Of course, now something is broken. Oh, which will lead me to something. I have the hourglass now. So what I can take a look now at, I can see, this is like almost fixed still. This is almost fixed still. This is almost breaking as well, and this is 0. So now I basically pick up you and I say, hey, I want to fix you and I want to fix you. Because, you know, you were absolutely 1 before. So now this is all working again. Yeah, and this will basically just now make our output very well. Very doable. I was thinking maybe we, let's see. I also had like a pressure handler thing. I had a pressure thing. Yeah, there we go. And for your idea, if I place this over here, pressure is 174, right? If I put it over here, it's also 174. Put it over here, it's 162. Still a very good pressure. And it's the reason why, you know, I don't think that we need anything else. We'll, basically you lose 2%, every single pipe. Maybe the other pipes will make it less, so. But, yeah, I don't know. It's better to just, I feel like it's better to stick with tier 1 now than go ham with the with tier 1 with tier 1 now and then to go ham now already with tier 2. However, I will say we have a lot of money, right? We have 10 grand. We know that building a whole setup is going to take us at least that amount. We're looking at a few things. I would also want to, you know, maybe I will keep this setup going for now. But there's also a world in which I, of course, want to, like, do some more stuff with this. One of the things that I would do is maybe we can actually do that right now, because it will definitely help us. Instead of taking, like, you know, this compactor here, instead of doing that, what we could do is we put an elbow in, basically, so that this moves over to this side. And then we put in an extra, we'll basically put in an extra conveyor belt, and so that we have room. And we'll put in 3 or 4 of these compactors, right? So we'll have these 3 or these 4, and then like 4 compactors, all with logic slots, you know, and just like that, you're basically like going ham. Also, look at the output we're getting right now. It's a lot. It's amazing, in my opinion. We're not stacking anything up, I believe, so also works pretty well. We're polishing everything automatically. Everything is put in the middle, you know? Just very lovely. So let's take a look at how much gold we got, because we had 8.5 worth of gold, and now, you know, I've been away a little bit. I did some stuff, you know, we upgraded a few things. Boom, 9.6, just like that. Absolutely gonna get filthy rich about it. So that leads me to think for a few things. We are gonna take a gander one more time at all of the durability that we have over here. This is 57. I think that will live, right? I'm pretty sure that will live. We're gonna go. Yeah, I think we're gonna go quickly sell a few things. Is there a ruby coming? No, there isn't. Do we have a open? There we go. There's one. Pretty sure I got this one. I used it for refueling the car before the episode started. Yeah, that's an emerald. There you go. There we go. Compact these. So I will put this on the fire. This is not as much worth. It wasn't as much as the sapphires. Not sure. Is the ruby worth more than a sapphire? Well, no, sorry. Are the rubies less common than sapphires? Is gonna be my next question then. But oh well. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll put this in. I'm also thinking. This is a necklace. Yeah, we'll just make more rings. I think that is fine.
Huh?
Boom. So this should be also, I think, get 10 grand. And it means that in a very quick succession, we basically are like, boom, 20 grand richer. I think that's like a that's basically what it will be like for a little while. Yeah, would you look at that? 11 grand. Which means that we should take a look, basically, at how expensive a few things are. I want to take a look, basically, at a few things. I also want to put this in here. Because if I'm gonna go back, I might as well. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. That's enough. This is 1,000. So we can definitely finish our setup here today. We have a little bit of cash. We have a little of things to do. Let us take a quick look at the map, because there are maps. Not sure if I bought one, but we can take a look at the map. I don't need to buy it to look at it. All right, there it is. So we are currently over at Amber Cradle. This is where we start. Right, this is the dig site that we deal with. Now there are a few things that we can do. Also, there's a jeweler over here. There's a grocer, so we can also start making some farming things, I believe. Not entirely sure how that works. I've never seen it done, so it's gonna be, you know, me just trying to figure that out. And what we can do is basically take a look at a few things. Apparently, there's an ice helm dig site that we could do. Maybe there are some stocks that I'm also seeing, by the way, stock markets. Yes, so we see a few dig sites, right? We have a Drek quarry. There's a little bit of water over there. We have South Hope, which has, you know, the ocean. We have Snowrun Falls. I'm not sure if we can get to water over here, if that's the case. And we have Midfuse or mildews aquifer, which I believe is an interesting one because it's A, very close to ice helm, but B, the water in there is all below surface from what I remember. Now, I don't know how expensive these are. Maybe we don't have to buy them at all. I'm not sure. But I'm thinking instead of going, you know, the obvious route of South Hope, I'm hoping that maybe we can go to Drek Quarry and see what we can do there. Maybe it's a bad thing. I'm not sure. We'll take a gander at it there. But yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a just a quick look. This will you know, work itself out. You know what I should have done? I should have bought the map so that I could actually see where I was going. Yeah, it's a problem for later. Pretty sure it is. If I just follow this road, I will get there eventually. From what I think that is correct. Because this is the top one. You don't want to do. And there are dig sites everywhere, so there's the town, of course. Well, we'll go to the town as well, so don't worry about too much. So this is Drek Quarry. Yes, this is Drek Quarry. It costs 1,200. Drek Quarry. So just to see, it's a little bit. It's unflat, of course. We can buy a flattener thing, but I will also tell you that it's something else. That I'll tell you that much. Some beautiful corn. Now, what I won't like about this is that it's gonna be having, you know, a tough time getting all the water somewhere else, right? If we really want to build a setup, it is gonna involve a lot of water being put elsewhere. But I think that it's gonna be, well, whatever we do, the case regardless. When I looked at the maps, I wasn't like, oh yeah, we can just, you know, continue making more and more water things. I think having one water setup there is fine. Means that we don't really... We might not farm here, per se. We might want to go look at T2. But maybe we do want to farm here. We'll have a gander. Quickly are doing... Oh! A little bit of a too presumptuous J-turn, I will say that much. Question is going to be, of course, where... This is Grangefield. And I've not been... Don't look at this too much, but this is basically the farming guild. Now the question is gonna be, do I need... I can get stuff here. This is tokens, so I can get like I can get farmer tokens here probably. Interesting, very interesting. And these are like greenhouse roofs. Oh, we can make it full on greenhouse and stuff. Interesting. Okay. Though not exactly what I would be looking at. I'm thinking, can I get some, you know, some basic gear is what I'm looking basically. This is all token, and here we have copper. Okay, so here probably we could start doing some things over here with that. So we have a seed mill, which is interesting, and a stove to create some foods. All right, this is it's food for thought, guys, for sure. Let's go to the other village. See what we can do over here. I'm hoping that my mic is not too much. I think I put it in one tick softer now. So this is, of course, the quote-unquote, what I see a lot of YouTubers do, a quote-unquote traditional place to basically put your stuff in, right? You put your water over here. You can look at the Vulcan, or the Vulcan. Sorry, the is it a Vulcan? No, it's something. I mean, in Dutch we say Vulkan, but yeah, I'm not sure anymore how we call it in English. Anyway, it's fine. It's something. It's a mountain. Yeah, that's gonna bother me for a very long time. Anyway, so with that in mind, this one is 6.6 grand. So, worth thinking about. However, it is very close to the village, of course, right? We can basically go over here to Bridgeport, and boom, we're in the village. So that's pretty doable. What else? So basically, if we want to go for tier 2, these are Cloutium intake pipes, which is fine. They basically give, instead of giving me, you know, 100% pressure, this will give me 250, and then combine that with maybe tier 2 stings. That will be like, you'll see, you can see that it's a lot, but I will also say that it, like, yeah, it's just not, it's not great in terms of cost, right? If I do a few of these, we're talking about it like a big amount already that we're costing us. So that being said, we are also making so much money that it wouldn't be that much of a problem. As long as we keep the other mine running, we can work on it. That's basically the simple and short answer of it. Now, do I want to get some of the logic gem progressor? Yeah, I think I do actually. You know what we'll do? Time to let's figure that out. Let's just. We already have one. So all we need to do is get 3 more. I think. There you go. I'm gonna do it like rather simple because I don't want anything to just keep them on, and it will automatically open and close when something is in there, I believe. So should be okay. Yeah, you know, I understand. You're thinking. He's like, he walked over like, hey, are you gonna steal something? Are you gonna steal out of this? And the answer is, if I could, I might, you know? Not gonna disclose all my secrets, you know? Move this a little bit forward so I can just load it in easily. There you go.
Looking for something?
There we go. Getting all of this in is basically, you know, I love this game. I love this game so much. It's just, there's like all of this, basically how it works is so tedious. Whenever you make it work, it is so satisfying. And I feel like that is like my, yeah. I think that's just it. It is really tough to get it all to work because you're dealing with every single block apart. And I need to, so they're coming from here. I want them to go to the left, so it has to go over to the left. Yeah. Yeah, it's coming out and I wanted to go to the right. Yes, thank you. That went wrong the last time, didn't it? For sure. Oh wait, we only need one of them. Yeah, there we go. We might want to do a little bit of a merger. Not sure if we do need that. You know what? I'm gonna make sure that we don't. We have cash. So we'll. I'd rather have it than not have it. It's my It's gonna be my ideology on this. All right. And I hear you. You're thinking, why are we spending all this money on a setup that we're gonna quote unquote abandon? Now, that is a great question. we can do two things. And maybe this is gonna be the first thing that I get a comment on from you guys. That would be lovely, actually, if we can manage that. I need to take my money, because otherwise I cannot buy the pipes that I need. I also still need to go to... we're doing a lot in one go. It's fine. Basically, the first comment, like, I hope you'll comment more, of course. But if there's ever one thing, I would like you to know your input on whether I should, like, keep this tier 1 mining setup. Shall I keep that with me? Right? Shall I keep that... shall I, like, take it from where we are now to the new mining district? Or, you know, like, to basically what I could do, I could set it up on a T1 level and then just keep on producing, basically, and then, like, jerry rig the tier 2 setup into it at a later date. You know, that is something that I'm thinking about. That could be good. Put it over here. Oh, the autosave. There we go. The reason I wanted to be here anyway is because I want to know how much Cloutium and how much money the stamps cost, basically. The stamps cost money, but and we of course need one of these things. I'll keep the iron here. I think that's for next time. We'll put this over here. Oh no. Please don't do that. Don't do that. It'll be devastating. There you go. This over here. Hey, there, boom. The last miner, guys, for tier 1. I think with the setup that we have, we'll have plenty. For sure. This is not... yeah, fine. Great. Now we move down. We walk down to the store. We can do there. You know, and perhaps we... I thought maybe that we could, like... Did I see it right? We might be able to farm here, or sorry, farm mine here as well. Could be good. Could be the thing. Oh yeah, I could have just gone here. It's fine. So to buy these is not that much, right? We basically need, for all of them, it basically, like, costs us maybe 2.5 grand, 3 grand, maybe, for getting the stamps. But what do we need? We need 1,000 iron. We need 150 Cloutium for 1 miner. For the master, for the harvester, you know, it's gonna be also 50. If for the intake designer, for it, which will also give me more things, it is 50. Just 50 Cloutium. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm not even... So basically, when we go lower, we'll get an extra, a newer thing, which will give us tier 3, which basically will make this possible. But for now, let's take a look at Cloutium, right? So that's it's not a little, it's kind of a lot that we're dealing with in this case. It's because Cloutium is rather expensive. That being said, we can definitely do, you know, everything that we need. Yeah. We can get everything we need. Relatively, like, we'll have the money. The question is, however, do we have the Cloutium? And that's, I just wanted to get a quick feel. I'm gonna quick check again real quick because I already forgot the numbers. But I thought I saw 250. So we need 150, 50, and 50. For one of each, basically, right? Yeah. So 150, and then 50, 50. Yeah, 150, 50, 50. I can remember things, I'm sure. It's also like it's a lot earlier in the morning than usual, but I can't contain my excitement. So so I wanted to play because I get to play Hydroneer basically once or twice a week, dependent on on my schedule, dependent on basically what happens. Basically, what I do, I create 3 videos a week, but I only output 2. That way, I can, you know, give myself time to get my if I want to go on holiday, I want to take a little bit of a break. If I'm tired, if I, you know, for some reason don't feel like I can, then you know, then I don't. So with that in mind, I make 3 of them a week, which means that 1 week I will make basically Stardew Valley content twice and Hydroneer content once. While for and then the next week I make basically 2 Hydroneer videos and one Stardew Valley video. So I basically get to play this game 2 hours a week, and that way it's gonna remain very fun for me. But I can also tell you that it is something that is also like low-key frustrating, because I really love this game. It's what keeps it interesting, you know? It's a different thing, basically, in that regard. But it works. Take this out. Actually, we might stop everything. There we go. Because we need to do a little bit of work over here. There we go.
Huh?
Turn this on. There we go. It's good. And now what I do need is this one hammered in. No, it is not. Great, lovely. So, I hope I didn't forget my money. I did not forget my money. Great. We need 3 T pieces, or 4 T pieces actually. No, that's not true. We need 3 pieces, 1 elbow, and 3 straights. We need 2 elbows. Yes. So, my lovely little pipe cart. We'll figure that out. Also, before I forget, I'm gonna quickly finish another thought process we had. This is the whole reason why we went. So basically, right now, this is the Cloutium bar. This is all the Cloutium that we have so far encumbered, if I didn't sell it beforehand. This is 50. Just for your information, this is 50 thing. We cannot even build a second tier yet. That is basically... we cannot do a second tier miner yet, whatsoever. So I want you to keep that in mind. Everything. So we need 3 straights, 2 elbows, 3 and 3 gosh, what is it called? 3 T pieces. So 3 straights, 2 elbows, and 3 T pieces. You know what's even better? We don't even need a plug. We don't even need a plug. Look at that. Now, only costs 200, but we all know that everything else cost me at least 5 grand. So, oh well, it's fine. Yes. So, you need an elbow? And just for this straight conveyor. Oh boy, this is the right conveyor. Yes, that's what we needed. So this should be beautiful. BEA beautiful. Actually, we're doing that already wrong. It's fine. Where is my hammer? Anyway, place it somewhere. So I just did that. The reason why we're pausing everything now, because I need to basically work on this. So I already made a terrible mistake, but it's fine. So we'll relieve you. There we go. I love the fact that the opal is still in there, so that's good. You can keep that going that way. That will make me be quite happy. And you. Lovely. Very lovely. Yeah, we'll put this in a place to make sure that we can, you know, that it tests properly. So go. We take you out as well, which is great. A little bit of lag spike because of a what we like to call an auto thing. Let us do. Okay, we needed TPs over there already, so let's get ourselves a TPs. Just gonna quickly sound it out, basically. Because I know for a fact, so if I turn this around, the TPs needs to go there. Yes, lovely. And then we need another TPs, of course. Over here. Wait, am I doing this right? No, I'm not. That's okay. There we go. And does it then this is yeah, it is the same. It is fine. For sure. I want a straight pipe. Get that in. What I'll do now is I'll just quickly assemble parts of this so that we have space. So you go here. Okay, boom. We want... It doesn't really matter what we want, as long as we do it. Do this. We'll do this. Yes. Beautiful. Great. And then I need an elbow. Yes. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's fairly simple. Okay. I think we did it a little bit backwards, but it's fine. So this is now good. This should work. We need the conveyor belts now. Yes. Love it when a plan comes together. This needs to go here. Yes. Beautiful. Yeah, that will work. And I was wondering... Oh, yeah. Just to... Well...
Huh?
Okay, that doesn't work for those things. So this either works or I'll need a lot of I need a lot more conveyors maybe. That might be the case. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out, right? This is a normal straight conveyor, which is lovely. Need those. There you go. Looking over at the time. Yeah, so basically, I play 2 hours a week at max from Hydroneer, and that's okay. The way that way it keeps it fun, keeps it good. But I was so excited to play this morning. And that is, you know, that's what we needed. But it means that I am currently a little bit tired and a little, you know, a little elsewhere in terms of, you know, everything's, yeah, that makes sense. This is also correct. There we go. I'll take out you. Don't really care too much. There you go. Yeah. Little sad about the conveyors, but or the conveyor mergers, but also, you know, it is what it is. And the last, yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Let's hammer it all in. And there's something that I have to unhammer too. It's this thing in particular. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Ah. So what if we place this again? Let's not do that. It's fine. So we need you to be elsewhere for a second. We need you to be elsewhere for a second. And then we need a straight pipe over here. Where are my straights? Here is just a straight. Good. Yes. Lovely. There we go. And now this should all work. This is gonna go in here. It's gonna go, hey, yeah, no, it needs it. There we go. It goes in. Boom. That it works actually the way that I want it to work. That is lovely. Now I of course need to make sure that I dump these out as well, because just making sure that it all will work. Oh yeah, that worked. Lovely. Good. That worked as well. All empty. Also just got an achievement. Compress 100 gems into one. So these are all lovely little things that I wanna have, you know? Yeah, so now we have all of this beautifulness. And just like that, we've now actually like fully done this. But we also have finished this setup, if I'm correct, right? Yeah. I am wondering if this goes... Are these 2 different, 3 different, and yeah. Okay, that's good. Basically, what I'm a little scared about is whether or not we were able to process it all. but I believe we are. So yeah, this was a good shout. Now we have actually finished the whole setup. We have not just doubled our output. We have tripled our output. We have plus like 80%. So ooh, that's a tough math problem to solve at like 9 in the morning. But you know, that's okay. We yeah, we have finished T1. And now the question is gonna be, do we all wanna move it? You know, now that it's all set in stone. I think not. I think, you know, it might be like worth it to like start up a and I mean this like in the best way possible. I think it is a great idea to perhaps to perhaps like also make a tier 1 setup in the new place that we're going to, because basically we can use the same application, we can go down, we just need a lot of boosters, we need enough boosters basically. If we have that, right, if we have enough boosters, there goes the autosave, if we have enough boosters, it doesn't really matter, and we can make plenty of boosters. I haven't touched this, I'm not even sure there. Let's take a look at how much I have. Plenty. Absolute plenty. So, what we could do is we set up a tier 1 mine over in our new place, while we also use this to actively sell our stuff, you know, and as we go, things will be easier and better and, you know, more proper. I am still thinking, I don't know yet which one I want to take, because I'll go back to the map real quick. There are 2 things that I want to keep in mind over here. So here's Icehelm, very close by everything, right? If you can build over here, it's basically like, okay, great. I will go in here to Mildew Aquifer, which will have like different ways to get our water. I would love that actually, but also not. It's close to Bridgeport. It is closer to Bridgeport a lot. The South Hope, you know, it's very close to Bridgeport, far away from Icehelm, but it's not too much of an hassle. You literally just go straight and then you just follow the road, and then suddenly you're in Icehelm. The Dread Quarry is, objectively speaking, in my opinion, more fun because it is like that single entity of things. But I will also say it is located in the worst place. It is basically far away from everything. This is close to the village. This is far away from Icehelm. This is close to Elsheim, far away from the village. Barely even. And this is like far away from the village and from Icehelm. And yeah, I like, you know, so food for thought for me, because I'm looking at my recording time and I'm thinking I'm already at 1 hour. Now that included a little bit of setup, so I can do a little bit more, but so yeah. Also, before I go, I will hammer all of this in, because this is gonna go horribly wrong otherwise. Like, it had already happened where I, you know, misclicked. I'm just also just very happy that, like, the setup worked in one go. It's been a long while since I actually tried doing it. All right, you know, before we go, so this one is worth 5 grand. Let us take a look. Yeah, there we go. So we have 5 grand there. We have 31 grand over here. Jeez. Okay, yeah, we're making the money, and that is for sure. You take a look over here. This is almost depleted. So so we now have 83, 100, 99, 100, 100. Great. If all that's finished, are you hot yet? Yes, you are. Great. Now we can just, you know, we can just sell this. We might get, I'm not sure even more anymore how much we're supposed to get. I think we might be at like 40 grand. But I think it's closer to 30, I think. Let's take a land again there. Boom, 40 grand on the dot. Let's take it. Well, on the dot is basically it's 40 grand and a little bit extra, but it's not 41 grand. It's not 39, so I'll say it's on the dot. Did I put my money in here? No, did I actually take it with me? Oh, then it's in the cart, I think. Must be. Yeah. So basically, we are now quote unquote rich. You know, this is very much, in my opinion, great food for thought. If we look at you, right? We'll take this out. We'll let it fill up again. This is 2.2, which will mean that if we... what we basically can do is that... So let's say 300 is... that's 7 miners, guys. And then we need to, of course, like, put in a few things away. So basically, I think we can immediately go to 6 miners. So maybe, like, double that. For a tier 1 setup at a different place. I think this is a large enough setup also for this space. I mean, look at how much we are using. Also, this is a mess. And I am not gonna lie, guys. I might be the one to say I am too lazy to... yeah, I might be the one that says I am too lazy to... to, you know, make the... clean this all up. I think this might... Oh, we have a map. Look at that. We have a map. That's great. I'm gonna put this on the car so that I'll never forget. But basically, I think this might be the end for this space. We might actually want to go and procure like a full tier 1 setup elsewhere and make it bigger and better than this could ever be. Mostly because this was also a lot of trial and error for me, you know? Yeah. I mean, it looks amazing. I think I'm very happy with it. Also, it's a lot of, gosh, how do we call it? It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And I think instead of cleaning it up, I might open the next episode in a new place with a new setup. But I'm not gonna do that off screen. I'm gonna show you every step of the way, because as I said before, this series is about taking it slow, taking my time, enjoying the game, taking you along with it. You know, fall asleep when you're trying to fall asleep. You know, try and calm yourself a little bit. We are not making the newest setups. We're not making the best setups. We're just chilling. And yeah, I hope you enjoy that. If you do, please consider dropping a like and subscribe. That would help me out tremendously. And leave a comment down below with your thoughts and questions and remarks, of course. And I will take a stab at them for sure. I hope to see you guys next time. And goodbye.